This conference will now be recorded.
So if you want to learn finance, there are 4 major transactions you need to learn very much clearly. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These are the 4 transactions you need to learn clearly. One is vendor invoice. Next one is vendor payment. Customer invoice, customer payment. And these 4 transactions, how it will be posted? Debits and credits. These 4 transactions, debits and credits, if you are clear, that is enough. Okay. And Venkatesh joined. Okay. So Venkatesh
Yes,
joined.
Satya.
So you are
Yes,
asking about some error, am I right?
yes, correct.
So this environment is handled by Microsoft. It is not handled by me. It is handled by Microsoft. So 99% it will not get any error messages. Whenever you are opening this application, at that time there is a command prompt and there will be open. You should not close that one. That command prompt should be executed continuously. If you are breaking that command prompt or something, then you will get errors kind of this thing. Understood? So whenever it is opening this application, like a trial version, you need to minimize that one.
Okay,
Okay, you need to minimize whatever it is in the command prompt. It is like some code is executing, some code that you need to minimize it, then it will open. Okay, and
yes.
if it is sometimes,
Can you show us once where it could be the command prompt?
sorry, come again.
Can you show the command prompt where it would be in our screen?
Whenever you are
Actually,
opening that file, whenever you are opening that file, if it is anything it is opening file, you can minimize it simply, whatever it is. Okay, you can try. If you are struggling once again, please let me know tomorrow. I will show you tomorrow. Okay,
okay,
today we can
okay,
try. You can try and let me know tomorrow. Most probably there will not be any issues. If you are like something, if you are executing, if you keep silent, then it will work. Means one more thing, uh, like you can try today. Okay, if you are getting still errors, tomorrow I will show you. Okay, okay,
okay, okay. Thank you, Satya.
fine. So these 4 transactions you should be very much familiar. You should be very much familiar with these 4 transactions: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. So debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. Debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. If you remember this one, that is fine. Actually there are 3 rules: personal account, nominal account and real accounts. There are 3 rules. Okay, so if you are remembering all those things and if you are applying, that is good, well and good. But if you are not sure about that entire process, at least you need to remember these two. These two, if you remember, that is enough. So at the time of vendor invoice, I need to pay money. I'm sorry. I need to pay money to the vendor. So it is, I need to pay. That is the reason it is credit. At the time of invoice, customer invoice, I need to receive money. I need to receive money. So customer account debit. At the time of payment, customer payment, actually in real time scenario, it will be customer receipt. In India, we will call it as customer receipt. But in Dynamics F&O, it is customer payment. Your cash balance or bank balance will be increased. because you are receiving money means your cash balance or bank balance will be increased. And while doing vendor payment, your cash or bank will be decreased because you are doing payment to your vendor, your cash or bank will be decreased. In this, first you need to write credit. Whereas in the customer side, it is receiving material, receiving money. So you need to receive money from the customer, you are receiving money from the customer here. Once it is received means customer payment means you through cash or bank you are going to receive money. So if you remember this single steps, you can easily remember this debits and credits. It's not a complex. Okay, here expenses debit, expenses account debtor to vendor account credit. It is vendor credit earlier invoice. Now you need to make it nullify or make it zero. To make it zero, I need to enter vendor account debit. And here revenue account credit. And here the customer account is debited. To make zero, it should be credited. Understood? Any confusion here? Simple logic. If you are receiving money, your cash balance or bank balance will be increased. If you are paying money to the vendor, your cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. So vendor invoice, I need to pay money. So I need to pay money. Here I need to receive money. At the time of invoicing, you are recording in the system or in your books of records, you need to receive money, so it is debited. If you apply this logic, it is simple. So this 4 transactions, postings, even if you are sleeping and if you are wake up in mid in any time, then if anyone is asked, you need to answer these questions. These 4 transactions. If you are clear about these 4 transactions, that is more enough, you learned finance. These are the 4 transactions, the basic transactions. A, B, C, D. You have learned A, B, C, D. If you want to learn like English, you need to learn A, B, C, D at least. If you want to learn numbers, you need to learn 0 to 9. So in the same manner, if you want to learn commerce, if you are clear about these 4 transactions, this is more enough. So you can enhance your knowledge on top of this one. On top of this one, you can enhance your knowledge. If you are not clear about these 4 transactions, it is very difficult to learn about debits and credits properly. You should be very much clear whether you want to by heart it, whether you want to logically remembering, or in front of a mirror if you want to practice, whatever the way you need to practice, and you need to make sure like these 4 transactions you have learned perfectly. Okay, for this let me show you once again one more process, one more steps, like what is debiting, what is crediting quickly. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. This is mandatory. Even though it is I'm repeating this session, don't get bored, but you need to be very much clear about these 4 steps. That's it. If you learn these 4 steps, you learn finance. If you are confusing, it's very difficult to learn the entire process. Let me show you quickly vendor invoice, vendor payment, but little bit more insights now. Give me a second. Let me close this application and open. So I'm doing invoice journal. So vendor invoice can be executed in 4 different ways. One of the form is invoice journal. One process is invoice journal. There are 4 different methods. Let me show you invoice journal, accounts payable module, collapse all, invoices, invoice journal. Click on a new button. Select journal name. Go to lines. At the time of vendor invoice, vendor account will be credited. So date is populated automatically. Voucher series 58 number, from where it is coming you will understand later. And you need to select the vendor account from the drop down. Select this vendor account. Click tab. And here you have received invoice copy from the vendor. That invoice number you need to enter. And then invoice date, maybe invoice is generated today, or maybe yesterday, or maybe day before yesterday. Click tab. Now the amount, suppose it is $35. We have purchased notepads and pens for my employees. I have purchased notepads and pens, $35. I need to pay to the vendor, and offset account is populated automatically. So there is some setups. You can map this offset account if you want. So here, if you click on save, it will show you debit and credits. It will show you debit and credit. So 35, because if you have not selected this one, then if you save it, it will show you only credit. So it will show you only credit. And if you are clicking on validate, it will throw error message. So debits and credits are not tallied. So some warning message, if you go inside, so it is telling like the transaction voucher does not balance. It is does not, like do not balance or does not balance 35 accounting currency and reporting currency. Why it is not does not balance means, or do not balance means, here debits and credits are not tallied. Why it is not tallied? You have not mapped offset account. It should be. So if you click on show all, it will show you all. Okay, no issues. So this is how it is coming, that 606 number. I will explain you later. Something account I'm selecting. Offset account. Something we are purchasing, notepads or pens, whatever it is there, that account you can select here. Give me a second, it is loading. Click tab. Okay, click on save button. Now debits and credits are tallied. Now click on validate. There is no issue. Validate. So operation completed. Journal is okay. Means succeeded. Blue ribbon means it is progressing properly. Now I'm clicking on post button. It is getting posted. It is getting posted. If you verify the voucher, it is expenses account data to vendor account credit. Here expenses account data to vendor account, accounts payable, vendor account, it was posted to credit. This is invoice journal. This is simplest way, invoice journal. Next, vendor payment. Next step is vendor payment. Accounts payable, collapse all payments, vendor payment journal. Click on a new button, select the vendor payment. So this is configurable. We can configure this payment journal name. How to configure, you will understand later. Go to lines. So select the vendor account. You can enter partial amount here, or you can do the settle transactions. Against invoice, you can do it. Another function also there, payment proposal. You will understand all those things later on. So now against invoice, I'm selecting. If you click on settle transactions, already posted $35, whatever it was posted earlier, it will show you here. So invoice number 56-1, $35. I'm selecting, click OK. Click OK. So it is showing 34.82. Why means there is a discount. That discounts you will understand later. There is a cash discount. It was available. Look at this one. So if you scroll down, it is $35. But instead of $35, it is 34.82 because there is a cash discount. There is a cash discount. That is the reason it is coming. So how to configure that cash discounts and all those things, you will understand later. $35 is the invoice, but 80 pennies, it is discount is we are getting. Now here method of payment is check. Earlier I have not explained this one. New topic today, method of payment. Check method of payment. Let me show you this one. Earlier I did it for cash payment. Just give me a minute. There is an emergency call for me. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry, I'm back. Fine. Now you can go to this one, accounts payable module, collapse all, payment setup, methods of payment. So slowly you are learning setups. So as I discussed earlier, so initially you will learn transactions and then masters and then setups. So if you go to this training, finance, the first day I have discussed. So I told you, like, initially I will focus on transactions. Parallelly, you will understand slowly about this one. Next, setups and configurations. So now we are coming to the setups and configurations. So here in this accounts payable module, payment setup, methods of payment. In this method of payment, we are learning check method of payment. Check method of payment. In this method of payment, I have selected offset account type has bank, check number is mandatory. Offset account type bank, check number is mandatory. Fine. Now offset account type bank, it is selected bank and we have selected offset account bank. USMF operations is a bank. Now check number is mandatory. So here we made it is check number. In the payment controls, check number is mandatory. I'm neglecting this one and I'm trying to post this one. So blue ribbon, yellow and red. Red means the process is not progress, it is stopped. Why it was stopped? The reason it was explained here, the voucher check number must be filled in. Check number must be filled in. So you have not updated check number. That is the reason it is not progressing and it was stopped. The action was stopped. Blue means it is progressing. Only blue ribbon if it is coming means it is progressing successfully. Yellow means with warnings. What is the error message and everything it will explain you. Red means stopped the process. So here it was unable to, sorry, update has been cancelled because of an error. What is the error means? It was explained here. Check number must be filled in. So let me close this error messages. Now check number, it is disabled. I cannot enter manually. Check number I cannot enter manually. So what I have to do? I need to go to generate payments. Click on generate payments. So a method of payment is check and bank is USMF operations. Click on OK. So check number is filled here 793. Check number is filled. And remember, if you are practicing this one in your company environment, document will be printed to the printer if it is any default printer is exist. Always it will go to the printer. Just give me a minute, please. I'm sorry. So usually I will not pick my calls, but it is little bit emergency calls. That is the reason I'm picking my calls. Otherwise I will not take. Fine, I'm sorry. Now here default it will be printer. Always it will go to the printer. But if you have default printer in your company environments, then it is a waste of your papers. Then in that case you need to select screen. If there is no default printer to your system, even nowadays many people they are keeping a printer in your homes. If their children is learning for their children or for their office purpose, they are keeping a default printers in their homes. If it is there at any default printer, you need to select screen always. Every time you need to select screen. Otherwise, it will be printed to the printer. It is waste of your papers. That's what I want to tell you here. Okay, click OK. Then click OK. What happened? It is printing the check. What it means, so if you look at this one like this, it was printed like this. In the print checks, it will print the name of the vendor and what is the amount, and in words, and everything will be printed, the date and everything will be printed in the printer. That is printing of this check. Okay, if you want you can open this one. It will not work for me because this PDF format is not configured in the demo system. So that is the reason I cannot, even if you click open, it will not open. In your environments it will be open. So it is printout. So check number is updated here. Check number is updated. Now you can click on post button. So now there is no issue. It was posted. Only blue ribbon means successfully completed. Number of vouchers posted to the journal is 1. It was completed successfully without any warnings or errors. Now if you click on voucher, it will show you the postings. So our cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. So it is credit, and vendor account debit. So vendor account data to cash or bank account credit at the time of payment. Okay, if it is a customer payment, so we understood vendor payment using check. Earlier I have explained about only like cash. Now it is explained check. I will show you once again. This session will be repeated because you need to understand a lot. Now if it is a customer check, so I want your interaction now in this. If it is a customer payment, suppose you have received a check from your friend. You have received a check from your friend. Now what you will do, I will give you one example. Like suppose if I want to drink water, so I'm sitting here, I need to stand, I need to take 10 steps, and I need to take a glass, I need to fill the water, and then I will drink, and I will come back to 10 steps, and I will sit wherever I'm sitting. This is if I want to drink water. Now I have received a check from the customer or my friend, whatever it may be. Now if I want to make it this convert into cash, what I will do, I will take my bike, and I will reach to bank. I will reach to bank. Then I will open the door. I will open the door. What is the next steps? I want your interaction now. In bank, what you will do if you receive check? Anyone, please.
So we'll fill up the form to
Fill
deposit
the
the check.
deposit form and
Okay.
give the
So you have
order or-
selected deposit slip. Okay. Yes, please. You have selected deposit slip. Okay.
Fill the form and Dropbox.
Okay. You have selected a check, deposit slip form from the bank, and you have filled the details, your bank details and everything, and you have dropped in the box. Am I right? Drop box. Okay. So let me explain you. Now I have taken check from my friend, and I have taken my bike, and I reached my bank, and then I entered into the bank. Whenever I'm entering, there will be gate security guy. One security guy will be there with a gun, and he will tell like, if it is a check, put it in the drop box. Check, put it in the drop box. This is the suggestion given by even like a security guy also. Now I will take one scenario. I have applied for top-up loan. I have applied for top-up loan for 25 lakhs. I have already home loan. I have already 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, something. Now I'm applying for top-up loan. Now 25 lakhs check I have received from the bank. This check is from ICICI Bank. From ICICI Bank, I have received 25 lakhs worth of check against top-up loan. Now my bank account is HDFC. Now I entered into HDFC Bank and I filled the details, the bank details, check number and everything. I put it in the drop box and I came back. Now after 2 days, it was not cleared. 3 days, it was not cleared. 10 days, it was not cleared. So what I have to do? Can I ask any person? I want your interaction here.
we
Can
can
I ask?
we
reach
cannot
the bank.
You cannot ask, am I right?
Yeah, you can ask to respective person.
So who can ask? Like, what is the proof?
Acknowledgement proof is there, right? Whenever you are depositing in the bank, so
So
left hand side column will be there. Where
yeah,
for customer,
actually here the earlier discussion is we kept in the Dropbox. Am I right?
yes,
That is a mistake. Agree with me?
yeah.
yes.
So if you are
We
giving it
should
in the
not.
counter, then we can get the acknowledgement copy.
Exactly. So this may happen in your real time, real life scenario also. So whatever you have received check from your friend or whatever it is, if it is valuable check, if it is a valuable check, if you are not able to get another check, definitely try to submit in the cashier counter only. Why? So in the cashier counter, what you will do, you will fill these details and you will attach this check to here. In this check, the bank details, check number, your bank account details, if it is required, PAN number, mobile number, date and account number, and everything you will be filled, and this you will attach here in this bigger slip. You will attach here and you will submit in the cash counter. You will submit. Then what cashier will do, he will stamp here and he will stamp here and he will sign on this small piece and he will sign on this big piece and he will cut this piece, and this check and this entire piece will be taken by the cashier and this small piece given back to you. Agree with me?
Yes.
So this small piece will help you for future reference, and you can ask or you can check with the bank if in case it is not cleared. This is bank responsibility if it is not cleared. Agree with me? So the thing is like here, top up loan I have taken, I cannot ask bank give me another check. Yes, of course you can block the check and you can get another check. It will take so many days. It may take another 1 month, 2 months. If you deposit in the, if you are putting in the drop box. So what you have to do, if you are kept in the drop box, you have to inform to your like ICICI Bank, wherever you have taken top up loan, you need to ask them cancel that check whatever you have issued earlier and issue new check. So for that a verification process, there will be a lengthy process. It is not that much easy. So if you deposit in the cashier, you will have a proof and bank is responsible for this one. Okay, and for future reference, what is with you, whether it is a check or deposit slip? For future reference, what piece you have in your hand?
We'll have the counter slip.
Counter slip, that is deposit slip. Okay, so in the system also, if it is a customer receipt, it is not the field check, it is deposit
Blank
slip.
check.
Deposit slip. So you have, for future reference, if it is a customer payment or customer receipt, then it is a deposit slip. If it is a vendor payment, it is a check. Because here you are issuing your check to your vendor, whereas here from the customer, your reference, payment reference, like for your future reference, deposit slip, and check number will be filled in the payment reference. Payment reference. Understood? So for customer payment, it is deposit slip. And there will be one field called payment reference. In that payment reference, you will update check number. So there is no field in the customer payment. There is no field called check. For the customer receipt or customer payment, there is no field called check. One is we have deposit slip. Another field is payment reference number. In this payment reference number, you will update check number details. So let me show you customer payment, how to do it. Accounts receivable module, collapse all, payments, customer payment journal. So click on new button, select customer payment, select lines, click on lines. So the date is coming automatically, and voucher number somewhere else it was configured. That voucher number you will understand later. Select the customer from the drop down, or you can enter whatever the way you want. So you can have option to select settle transactions. Already invoiced transactions will be shown. So it will show you invoices, already executed invoices. You can select invoice, for which invoice customer is paying money. You can select, click OK. This is already invoices. So customer account credit, and bank account debit because we are receiving money bank. So now this is method of payment from accounts payable module. In accounts payable module, methods of payment means these two checkboxes enabled. Now accounts receivable, accounts receivable, collapse all, payment setup, methods of payment, so here check method of payment. In this check method of payment, we have enabled 3 mandatory fields: offset account type bank, this is configuration, offset account type bank, deposit slip is mandatory, payment reference is mandatory, but not check number, because the check is not with you. The received check, whatever it is there, it is with bank. So you will not have check number, you will have payment reference number. Deposit slip, because you have a slip received from the bank cashier. And then offset account type bank. So this is configuration we have configured. Now payment reference number I need to enter, and use deposit slip I need to select. I am not selecting and I am trying to post here. Validate. Simulate posting means equal to post but it will not post. Simulate posting means equal to post but not posting. I am trying to do simulate posting. Now it was stopped. 1 second. Give me a minute. This is a error message. It should not be. It was not posted. Let me try. Actually, this is a small bug inside. Actually, it should not show like this. Simulate posting. It should throw error message. But this is 10.0.13 version. Of course, 1 year back version. So there is a small bugs. It was not throwing error message. It should throw error message actually. Okay, no problem. Even though it is warning message, it is showing deposit slip must be filled in. Payment reference is not specified. No bug. It is correct. This is sorry. I'm sorry. So here in the yellow bar, it was stopped. Posting has not completed, means it is throwing a warning message like deposit slip must be filled in and payment reference not specified. So perfectly it is working. No bugs in this area. Fine. Now I'm neglecting. I'm trying to post this one. I'm trying to post this one. Now it will show you red bar, operation completed, and it was yellow bar, it is showing the message deposit slip must be filled in and then payment reference not specified. Okay, so now close. Here I need to enter deposit, I need to select deposit slip, use deposit slip I need to select, and payment reference number. So this is the best practice. Always you need to practice. Check number, suppose 4893019201 oblique whatever you have received check, the date will be there. So 24th October 21. So always try to follow this format. So the check is already dated with the 24th October 21 and check number this one. This is payment reference number you are entering. The check number dated this one. And if you want the check details, in the description, HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank, Ameerpet branch, whatever it may be. You can type whatever it is. the details, description and payment reference number. Okay? Yeah. Someone is unmuted. Any questions, please?
If you not follow the same, I mean, that format, date format, what would be the consequences?
So no, you can you can use any format, no issues. But if you are following like this, suppose, then opposite person cannot understand whether it is January 4th or April 1st. Confusion, am I right?
Got it.
So that is the reason best practice is, if you write like this, it will be any confusion to anyone. Okay, this is my best practice, I'm explaining you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you can do whatever the format you want. System, you yourself confused after some time, where it is a MMDD or DDMM or YYDDMM, I don't know. So if you follow, this will be easy to understand. That is the reason, like I will follow DD, MMM and YY. Otherwise, if you want completely 2021, your wish. It will be cluster clear, DD, MMM, YY, so that it will be easy to identify. Fine. Now I'm clicking on post.
Hi, Satya.
Yes, please.
Satya, is it necessary to fill the column of method of payment that the check we have selected now for
It is
customer
not
payment?
mandatory. It is not mandatory, but in real-time scenario, majority times you are going to receive checks from customers and you are going to pay through checks. The reason behind, even though you don't have money in your bank account, you can issue check for like 29th October, 30th October, right? If the date is coming closely, like your vendor will pressurize you to pay the money. In the same manner, you are going to put a pressure to your customers, like give me money, give me money. He is giving so many reasons. Come on this day and come on that day. You came to on Tuesday. Why you came on Tuesday? If you come on Friday, I will give you. Otherwise, Friday is not Lakshmi War, so I don't want to give this day. And I will come on Monday. I will give you some reasons. They will. So if you are asking a check, they will write and they will give. So even though there is online transfer, Google Pays, everything is there, businesses, majority business will run on checks, particularly in Gulf region, APAC region, Asia region, majority businesses, they will go with checks. The reason behind, even though if you don't have money in your bank, you can issue check and you can request your customer or your vendor. Customer may request you, or you can request your vendor, like, don't deposit today, deposit day after tomorrow, because money is not there, please wait for another 2 days. Then they will adjust.
In case of NEFT or RTGS, there is no need to select this option, no, that check.
That is not required. Yes. Then you can select NEFT, electronic fund transfer, and you can enter the payment reference number. Because that also NEFT or pay, like Google Pay or anything, there should be a payment reference number inside. That number you need to enter. Then you can select NEFT, whatever it may be. Okay. Fine. So now I have enabled this deposit slip. If I go to the bank details, deposit slip number is not filled. That means you have received this copy, the counter file, whatever it is there, you have received a small slip. The small piece you have received, and you are giving to give number, am I right? Some number you will give here. That number you can generate from the system. To generate that one, functions, deposit slip, click OK. That means you are giving number here for your future reference. And this is a print format. I don't want deposit slip print. I'm canceling. Now the number is updated. So you are giving number 4. For your future reference, 4 you can write here in this 4, and it will be future reference purpose. Agree with me? This is deposit slip for your future reference. So these details I can see from the cash and bank management. If you go to cash and bank management, bank accounts, so if you go to USMF operations bank, you can go to manage payments. You can see related information checks, or whatever it was generated checks, it will show you. For 1001, 34.82 is the amount. It was given to 1001 vendor. And whatever you have received checks from the customer, that is not check in the system. It is in the deposit slips. Deposit slips. If you go to the deposit slips, you will understand the 004 deposit slip number. It is showing 200. It is showing 200. Okay, so remember, for vendor checks it is checks, for customer checks it is deposit slip. That should be very much clear to you. For customers it is deposit slip, for vendors it is checks, because the checks whatever you have received from the customer, it will not be there with you forever. So that is the reason you need to remember it is deposit slip. It is deposit slip. Okay, any more questions? Any more questions, concerns? So these 4 transactions, try to by heart, try to remember logically, whatever the way you want, you need to remember these 4 transactions. Okay, whoever is paid fee, and already I have grouped in the group, and I am sharing like notepads. You can download and you can go through that one. Video recording sessions, it will be arranged in another 2-3 days. Most probably by Saturday it will be arranged. Okay, so whoever is like not paid fee, please pay fee. It may be like there may be chances tomorrow link may be changed. I need to discuss with institute. They may change link once again. So if you pay already, it will be in the group, then that will be intimated in the group. Okay, fine. I'm stopping here for today. Any questions, please unmute and please ask. Yes, please.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, Satya,
Yes,
if while practicing, if we get stuck somewhere else, who is going to support?
So in the session itself, I will give you clarifications. I will make sure like you are a presenter, and that whatever you are getting error, I need to explain to the entire team, so that it will be helpful to the entire team, whatever you are getting errors. If you get more errors, you are learning more. And until and unless that is standard environment, if it is your customer environment, I cannot help you.
No. After completion of session, so whenever we have time.
So see, during the sessions, my suggestion is always during the sessions. If it is after completion of the session, there is a WhatsApp group. It's a big group, a very big group, more than 200 employees. Okay, so if it is completed by I heard like up to 256 only it will be allowed in the WhatsApp group. So in that case, I will start one more group. So as of now, it is 222 members are there in that WhatsApp group. Every student is my students only. 3-4 members are not my students. Every student are my students only. So if you post there, many people will respond. If it is really complex, I will join. I will try to give the answer. If it is a small things like I'm creating a sales order, I'm getting this error, means I will not respond. Majority times my like senior students, means 5 years back, 6 years back, who learned from me, they will respond in the small things. If it is a complex, I will join. Sometimes if it is really required, I will ping 1-to-1 and I will discuss with that person based on the complexity. But it is not kind of guarantee. You can Google it. You will have plenty of answers. Plenty of questions you can ask, and there will be plenty of helps. So only problem is you don't know the standard application. So once you learned, there is a lot of help from the Google, or you can put it in the group. So there is a Dynamics user group in this one. If you ask a question, it will explain you. Suppose item group error, suppose something in D365. Then here there is a explanation. If you go inside, it will be explained so many things. There is a lot, some issue and what it was happened. There was some other people has responded. The only one thing is like you need to ask in a proper manner. That's it. There is a lot of help. There is a lot. Okay. So if you learn the standard application, it's not a complex. You can learn anything. Whether I have given answer to your question? Okay.
Hi, Satya.
Yes, please.
Satya, still I'm facing that issue of login issues in the trial version.
Okay.
Can we check at any point of time?
We can verify tomorrow. So at morning 7 o'clock itself, I will verify. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'm stopping here for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time. It may be changed. There may be a meeting ID may be changed. Okay. See you all. Bye.